All right, we're continuing to cover this breaking story, a shooting at a high school in Kentucky. We know that at least one person is dead and multiple people have been shot. The governor of Kentucky has been tweeting. He indicated that the shooter was in custody, but we still have yet to get confirmation from law enforcement authorities on that. Let's get straight to Graham Cates. He covers crime for us here at CBSNews.com. He's joining us on the telephone. Graham, what more can you tell us?
Right now, what we know is I was able to talk to a school staffer who said that the situation is not resolved. She declined to elaborate what exactly that means. We are being told that the shooter is in custody, but we're expecting a statement from the superintendent of the schools shortly, anytime now. All right, so what further details can you confirm for us? We had heard that at least 5 people were shot. What are you hearing? Right, 5's the most recent number we have. We're waiting to find out if there are any more, if that includes the shooter. We know the shooter is in custody, or we believe we know that, but we're not sure if that total includes that person. So you said you spoke to the school superintendent's secretary. I mean, I understand that she told you that the situation has not yet been resolved, but what else did she tell you? Honestly, that's it. They sound like you could hear in the background the phones are ringing like crazy. I think probably from a lot of parents and other concerned people calling, and so they seem pretty overwhelmed with what's going on. But they are planning on giving out more details as soon as they can. Did she sound calm? Did she sound harried? Did she sound as if she was under some kind of a threat? Actually, remarkably calm. The superintendent's office, I think, is not inside the high school. So, although the whole campus is all the buildings are within close proximity to each other, but she sounded remarkably calm. Yeah, we're looking at a photo of the exterior of the school. It looks like a large, sprawling campus. I understand it's the county high school, so I imagine kids come from all over the area. But we're not really familiar with this area. What can you tell us about it? It's southwestern Kentucky, so it's notably rural. It's near Tennessee. It's pretty far from any of the major urban centers that you think of for that region when you talk about that, like Lexington or Nashville. So it's pretty far out there. All right, Graham Cates, crime reporter for us. If we don't have the next guest, okay, that's what I was trying to get at. Okay. So here's what we do know. Why don't we throw up the tweet from the governor? The governor has been tweeting about this, so that is important for people to know that the governor is also asking folks not to speculate because certainly that would make the job of the first responders much more difficult. Here's a tweet from the governor. Tragic shooting at Marshall County High School. Shooters in custody. 1 confirmed fatality, multiple others wounded, much yet unknown. Please do not speculate or spread hearsay. And we also know that James Comer, who's a representative for the state of Kentucky, a congressman, said this: "My thoughts and prayers go out to the students and faculty at Marshall County High School, where there has been a tragic school shooting." Do you know what officials are telling parents to do? I mean, I'm sure parents are going to want to rush to this school. Do you know what sort of the official instructions, maybe? Is he gone? Oh, we lost our local reporter. Oh, can you hear me? Yes. Okay, great. Yeah, what are authorities telling parents to do? I'm sure they must be wanting to rush to the school to pick up their kids. Any information on that? So there haven't actually been any kind of official statements put out to the parents. I've been monitoring their social media feeds, Marshall County Schools on Facebook and Twitter, and as well as their email and text updates. And there hasn't really been anything that's gone out. So I think they're taking calls right now and alerting parents that way, but they're not putting out information through any of their normal official feeds. Apparently, there's some local reporting that students are being bussed away from the scene. If that's the case, then one could probably assume that at least the threat level is diminished if they feel like they can get kids out of there. Right. So this is I've just gone to the MarshallCountyDaily.com website, which is local news organization serving Marshall County, and essentially what they're saying is what we've been reporting, that there are injuries. Multiple agencies are on the scene. Life flight helicopters are also on the scene. The school's in lockdown.
Parents are trying to get to their children, but they're being asked to stay back by the board office. Again, it's because the information is so fluid, they say that they will have more information as soon as it becomes available.
Right, and the same outlet is reporting that students are being bused to North Marshall, where parents can pick up their kids, and the parents are being asked to call dispatch or the board office to get more information. Students are apparently secure, so that's good news. That at least at this point, it seems like a threat moving forward has been diminished, but finding out exactly what happened here will be a whole other question. You know, you mentioned this is a rural area. I mean, is gun ownership pretty common here? I'm sort of making a stereotype, but you know, you could probably elaborate a little bit more.
I mean, I don't have figures on that, but I mean, in Kentucky and in other rural areas, there's definitely not a prohibition on guns, but we don't have any official statistics on that.